Hello, sysfailure here again, and welcome back to another Snapshot video. Today we are looking at Snapshot 15W43A, and it's got a couple of rather cool things in it. First off, this is one that I haven't actually seen written in a lot of the places I've been looking, but as I always start these worlds in survival and then change to creative, I have no idea why I do this, I just do, I noticed it immediately. So, cool, I've been busy there. Game mode 0. Your game mode has been updated to survival mode. Game mode 1. Your game mode has been updated to creative mode. Game mode 2, adventure mode, and so on. Previously, and I did nip back to the last snapshot to check this, it just went that your game mode has been updated. So, quite cool to know which mode you're actually changed into. The next little thing is the old F3 screen. So here we have it. And you notice we've got another little bit down here in the bottom left, and it says debug, pi, hidden, FPS, alt, hidden, and then for help, press F3 and Q. So if I do F3, Q, it actually gives me all the various F3 key bindings in the chat window. So if you wanted to know which one reloads your resource packs, do that, it's F3 plus T. And if I take F3 off and do Shift F3, there we go, it says pi and now visible. And if we do Alt F3, that's now the FPS is visible, which is pretty nice. And if you turn it off and on, it then automatically hides those ones, so you're back to the default. It also sort of bounces up and down like that if you whoop, boop, boop. Because if you're looking at a block, that line is just here above the debug, and if you're not looking at a block, it disappears, so that jumps up, which is mildly odd. The other little things we've got, I've got a couple of command blocks set up here to demonstrate it. In here, we have a zombie. Now, we all know what zombies look like. And when you kill a zombie, they tend to drop rotten flesh. Well, now, all loot in the game is being replaced by special loot tables. So everything you find in dungeons, everything mobs drop, and eventually the idea is it'll be blocks as well, will all have a loot table. So in this case, this one over here, again, summons a zombie, but it has a def loot table of chests / simple dungeon. And yes, I did pike it straight from the Dinnerbone tweet. So when he dies, he will drop the contents of a chest from a simple dungeon, whatever the random contents of that chest are. So let's get ourselves a zombie. And he's burning away. I'll just give him a helping hand here. And where he dropped a bit of XP that time. That's, oh, hello. And I've got some rotten flesh. But if we get ourselves one of our special ones right here. See all that stuff that I got. So I got some string, name tags, horse armor, saddle, a disc. Let's get another one. Oh, there's some more horse armor, buckets, iron, and so on. So that is pretty cool. Also, the loot table is going to be saved with the world files, so you can actually rewrite the entire loot table of the world you're in, which, quite frankly, is pretty damn awesome, I reckon. So that's those. Let's have a look at the next parts. So the next part we'll go over here. I'll also just mention that the amount of strongholds in the game, which previously was free, I do believe, has now been substantially increased, and it is apparently, according to somebody who's asked in a bone, forget the guy's name unfortunately, it's now been increased to 128 strongholds, so that will give you certainly a lot more to find rather than just the free that are there. So you're more likely to find one just by randomly digging about. Now this little button here is going to take us to what's a cool little addition, and if we press the button, Igloos! We've got a new structure. The new structure is this dinky little igloo, and it's got actual normal ice for windows. And you see, very igloo shaped. And if we head inside, we've got ourselves a bed, and we've got a torch. It's a redstone torch, because obviously if that was a normal torch, it would melt the windows. A little crafting bench, and ourselves a little furnace, and this pretty little carpet. And you may think, carpet. Anything interesting under there? Well, let's dig the carpet up, and, well, actually, no, there's nothing down there. So, that's a bit boring, isn't it? Well, it's a nice little structure, but there's not much to it. So how about if we press this button? Boop. It's another igloo. Yep, there's another igloo. Looks just like the last one. Slightly raised there. But in all respects, just an igloo. Head inside, exactly the same. Bed, crafting bench, furnace, carpet. However, ooh, secret trapdoor. This one has a strangely ominous basement. It's way down there. In fact, it's a fair old distance down. And in the basement, we have a chest, which will have loot. May or may not be random loot. And our little potion thing, which at the moment has a splash potion of weakness in it. And a little cactus and cauldron. And over here, they have prisoners. So they've actually got a villager in here, who I can't actually touch. Actually, going to be funny. So we've got this little villager, and over here we've got a zombie villager. So I think that this is some sort of evil lair where they've been transmogrifying villagers into zombie villagers and vice versa, or something. Nothing under here though, that's just a bit of carpet. One thing that is a little odd, and a few people have mentioned this, my personal recommendation would be change it as well, is this entire row all the way around of cracked bricks. Because cracked bricks are meant to be a bit damaged ones. An entire row of them just looks odd. I mean, an entire row of these, fine, because they say water flooded up to there. That's okay. But an entire row of cracked ones, bit odd. Even that one's cracked. There you go. That is your main changes. There's also apparently some fixes in regards to sort of Oriental languages and how the characters are displayed. But in general, that's it. River. River wasn't river. How bizarre. Hang on. Oh no, just rendering problem. Right, so I hope you found it interesting. Any questions about this snapshot, previous snapshot, new features, old features, whatever you feel like, if you want to discuss the sports scores or something, well, I don't. But if it's relevant to this, feel free to stick in the comments below. If you liked it, feel free to subscribe, leave a like, etc. All the usual sort of stuff. And I will see you next episode. So, as usual, thanks for watching and bye-bye.